Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Omnifactory. I missed. Oh dear. Thankfully, we can fly. Shall we try again? This is Omnifactory. Whee! I have absolutely no idea where it is. Oh, we overshot. Now, as you can see, we don't have a whole lot of progress in the space station. Now, I could be hiding some in these trippy rooms where it looks like we're now looking forward, but that's forward. Oh, I love these things. I haven't actually played around a whole lot in... Oh, where are we? In this room. So, I can't make this look super strange. This just looks like the floor, and... I can't turn this around unless we did some video trickery. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Squirrel! But what we want to do is provide this place with a source of power. And I don't really want to do numismatic here. I want to do something different. We could either do a fission reactor, which I've heard is reasonable. I really hope that it's reasonable anyway. And the other option is to do solar. Maybe there's another option? I'm not too certain at this point. But if we take a look at solar power, the level 3 one only makes 16. That's not worth it. The 4 makes 64. That's not worth it. It might start getting worth it around the 5th or 6th. But these guys start to use sonarium, and for that we need to do what looks like this path over here for fission. So regardless, we need to go in this direction, and even to get there, I've already got a little bit distracted. So we will probably be in Russville for a little bit longer, but you know, we have some developments. We're building up here. We need to pop up here, and now we have a whole new room for EBFs. And I tried to make it a little bit wider and less cramped, and I somehow forgot to make this space under here accessible unless we use cool floating invisible blocks from Ender.io. And another thing that I want to do in this episode is automate the empowering methodology. We just sort of slap these down in a square room, and we want to make those kind of cool. Cool? Now, the first thing that I want to do is use some HSS-G, that is, to make some coil blocks. Yes, I think we need just a little bit more of this stuff. We need another wrench in here, please. Please and thank you. Toss that in there. Fantastic. We need, I think, 76 of these guys, and we're just going to get a quest complete right off the bat. I really should make this base walkable around, but I just like to teleport through and try and figure out how these rooms are connected elsewise. And I'm gonna put these in a way that doesn't necessarily look logical at first, but will be logical very much in a moment. So these are the center blocks of all, well, not the center, but they're the connecting faces of all of these EBFs, and then we're going to use the fantastic mod right here, effortless building, and we're going to do a little circle around that face. You see how this is working now? This is how I like to build these things, and if I did all my math correctly, that should be the perfect number, and now these EBFs are working, and this guy, he even had the HSS-E flowing into him right here. So right here we have a basic item filter because we'll probably expand the system. In on black, out on black right here, we have HSS-E. And then from here, we should have the output bus on red. That'll go into here. And then that hot ingot, once it gets made, will go into our system. So anytime now, we should see some HSS hot ingot flow through our system. Oh, this is too far. And then we can come into this room, and at some point this guy will just cool down the ingot, that was probably not it. We're making all sorts of ingots all the time. And right here we have the HSS-E. It's going to try and process it. We just saw it pop through right there. And just like that, we should see it pop in right there. Haha! Oh, perfect. This is an ingot that I'm super fond of. I think it's the best ingot in the game. You know, you can figure it out. I think so. You guys, tell me if I'm right. I mean, I'm obviously right. Look how gorgeous this ingot is. And the best part about this system is it's totally passive. So I don't have to touch this at all. We're automatically crafting the HSS-E, which is the best ingot in the game. Fight me. Alright, now, moving on to our empowering room, I think that I want the first thing that we do is to make emeradic crystal blocks for no particular reason other than that they're green and beautiful. I think that we can handle vibrant alloy, argon cell, stabilized. I think we have lots of uranium-238. I don't want to waste 235, and I certainly don't want to waste 233. I don't even know what that is right now. But that does mean that we have to figure out how to make the ultimate component, which has some uranium-235, and I was looking around, and it looks like we can get, we need to expand the search to uranite, I believe, uranite. We can make this stuff and process that, and we get uranium-235, you know, just casually, no problem, ain't no thing. I swear there was another thing that required more Omni nickels. Oh, we can also just make uranium-238. You know, way, way better. And that's just... Whoa, we went way too far. Where are we? Are we above it? We are above it. Cool. We can make some uranium. Doink. And because we have all the coins in the world, thanks to our coin dispenser, we can just sort of toss those in there. And we're going to have even more uranium than we did before. And I just sort of set up some quick recipes so that we should be able to call, like, you know, 200 ingots of this. And it'll figure it out, I think. So there goes the ingots. And now it's all confused because it's not getting the plates somehow. We need to find a storage spot for this so that we can put a compacting drawer, slap that down. Can we make one as well, please? Thank you. Okay, cool. I don't really have, funny enough, we don't have a compacting storage room. I've just been hiding all of them way down here. And that's been kind of fun. No. You are wrong. We need to break you and fix that. Alright, this is funny. So we can't take 238 and just cook it. We have tons of it. We have 10,000 238. No problem. But we have to put it into a thermal centrifuge, which takes forever. And this guy, we can then fluid extract it. And from that point, we can solidify it into stabilized uranium, which is what we want. Okay, not so bad. Yes, cook! We really need a spot just to slap down a lot of EV machines. I should probably make that. But for now, this'll do. So this guy will pop out the isotope. Boop! Right there. And then we just pull out the stuff on green, sure, and then it'll go into our system. Beautiful. And now that we have our uranium-238 and isotope, we'll grab some of this stuff, and we're just going to do this manually. I need to set up a spot for this, and I don't want to right now. So, out it'll pop right here, it'll cook in our solidifier, and there we go. Stabilized uranium should be going into our system, which is one of the ingredients we need to do this silly little test run. I wanted to automate this in this episode. I really do. I think I'll focus on that, and the rest should be relatively simple. We just need some argon cells. Cells! Now, I think we'll be able to automate filling this using a fluid tank. Not too certain, but we can grab the cells and search for argon. We have plenty of it, and just pop out the stuff. Fantastic. Alright, we have the 5 items we need to do at least a test run, and then we'll figure out how to automate this. We have the ultimate component, vibrant alloy ingot, stabilized uranium, argon cell, emeradic crystal blocks, and they're all green and beautiful! Just like the best ingots in the game. Okay, so it looks like, you can look up here and it looks like it has RF. Down here it uses crystal flux, and I already have, thankfully, a cable which is routed. You can see it through the ground right there, a little bit of lag, no problem. We're going to grab this floor block, and all of these should get power. So now they're all sparky, and we need to figure out what happens. What happens, right? So, okay, can we decide that it wants extras? I don't know. And I think this is the last one. Let's actually take that one off, and we're going to put this in the middle. Okay, so they're kind of like display, yeah, they're display stands. So you put an item on it, and you can see it. And now it's all sparkly. I thought that these shot lasers of some sort, but I guess not. And it is taking RF. It's taking a lot of RF. Do we need to route a better cable to this location? That's possible. This doesn't tell me how much energy it requires. But maybe it just requires time if we're not giving it a massive chunk of energy. Oh, I see. If you can see something that resembles a laser, so maybe we just have a visual setting wrong. Alright, all of the visual settings look like they are good. You can see a little section is cut out. I think that it is shooting a beam. We just can't see it. You can see it right there, and it even spins a little bit. It's hard to say. This has already popped for me, but it was so pretty, I wanted to share it with you. It's not even making noise. Usually this makes a noise, and I can hear myself walking, so I know that we do have the sound on. Now it's sparkling, and there we go. Our emeraldic. And we can just collect that like so, and it's in our inventory. Look how shiny these are. Oh, that is glorious. I love it. Alright, now, how do we automate this? The first step in automating, for me at least, something that's confusing and mysterious, is I want to use a hopper to test if that'll work. Toss a hopper in there, and it appears right there. Cool? Cool. So, how do we distribute items from an ME system? I don't think that we have satellite options. No. We do have the piping, logistics pipes, but I don't think I necessarily want to use that. Probably we'll have an interface somewhere, and that will have the items, and then we'll pull using item filters for the specific recipes. That's probably the best way. Yeah. Let me get that set up. I think that's the way. Alright. Nothing has changed visually. However, we have some item conduits down here, and I'm hoping that if we give this a setting, right? So if we say you're only going to get vibrant alloy ingots, okay? Then hopefully when we have a recipe right here, the items will flow underneath the floor. It'll come up here and it'll go to this location. And then this guy has not only on the insert, we want to be taking emeraldic crystal from here. Oh, I really should be using a bigger item filter. I'll deal with that later. And then we want to extract the empowered one. And we just have to go around and basically tell this thing what each spot wants, and then we can have that be for every recipe, right? I think the last one was argon, and if I have this correct, it should just work. So let's see. Empower, plus that in. It's going to take 5 items, and it's that interface up here. Oh, that's a very nice teleport spot. So it should work. So let's see. Empowered. Call. And it's missing some argon. That's okay. I have that in my inventory. We're going to give that half or all of it. Okay, sure, all of it. And let's see what happens when we try and call one of these. Not only did it craft the ultimate component, but the item should appear here. Does it have to be in a chest? I guarantee it has to be in a chest. Yeah, it has to be in a chest. Okay, so now the empowered emeraldic crystal, all of its components should go into this chest because it's an adjacent inventory. We needed that little thing. And empowered, craft, start, go. Yes. Okay. Now, while that is crafting, this guy down here will extract on white, and we want it to insert on white right here. And if that functions properly, this is very slow, but this is just a test. You know, we can do this in a place where we have a lot more power, maybe in space. Just recreate this. I really wish we could see the lasers. You can see the outline of it right there. It just shoots towards here, and it's a visual error right now. It's very unfortunate, but in a way it's kind of better because it makes this green block just sparkle more for us, and that is fantastic. It pops out, it goes into our system, and there it is. Yes! Alright, we did it. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. Now, speaking of beautiful, I think this is the best ingot in the game. It is gorgeous. It's a deep, lovely green gold. It's amazing. Now, I want to replace my tools. These are my primary tools that I use. I use a wrench, which we are definitely going to replace with this lovely deep green. Did I just pass by it? Ooh, thorium. I feel like that's radioactive, so I don't want to use that. I want to use HSS-E to replace this wrench. Toss that into our system. Look how beautiful that is. I also want to get the screwdriver. Now, this does require some rods, so I believe that we can turn this into a rod. Whoop, laggy lag. Macerator, lathe. Where's our lathe? Is it up here? Is it in here? Aha. Ah, you can't hide from me. I know my own base better than the back of my hand. That's debatable. Okay, toss those in there. Lovely. We'll jump down here. Yoink. The rods can go into a screwdriver. There we go. Get rid of that one. Green. I love it. I love to see it. It's amazing. More rods for a crowbar. And there we go. We have replaced our old tools. I don't like having... I love the color of uranium, but I don't like having it because my brain says that if you're holding a tool that's made of uranium, it's really bad for you. You know what I mean? It's quite terrible. Now, oh, look how fantastic that is. That kind of looks a little bit strange, but I like that. Yes! Crowbar for Creeta. That's fantastic. Now, unfortunately, it is going to have to be the end of the episode. Ooh, man, this place is dark and really quite spooky at nighttime. But during the daytime, it is quite lovely. Now, we're going to grab one of these ingots, because I think this is the best ingot in the game. Right? None of you are going to argue on me for that. But look at all this stuff we did. So cool. Alright, I hope that you guys are having a great time with this series. I hope that you appreciate my love for the color green. This is clearly the best ingot in the game. No one can dispute that. I hope you're doing well. Bye-bye!